everyone, First 1-5 Meteorologist Melissa Meeder here. It is 7:42 on your Monday evening. Today has been a pretty quiet day. Not too cold, not too warm, but temperatures continue to go on a very wild ride here over the next 7 days. And overall, rain chances are pretty few and far between. And if there are any, they are very minimal. So we're looking at really just temperature-focused weather story for the next several days. Tomorrow, well, the good news is it's going to be our warmest day of the week. Tomorrow, 54 will be our high temperature. It's going to be the warmest day we've had in about 2 weeks since November 25th. And then it will be the warmest day that we have this week. So keep that in mind because it is going to be getting much colder quickly as we see a series of fronts move through. And by the weekend, we are spending the entire time below freezing. So it will be a cold weekend. We will enjoy tomorrow while we have it. Now, right now, temperatures are situated around 34. We've got a little bit of a breeze out there. You can see the camera shaking. Southerly wind around 16 miles an hour. That causes those temperatures to feel closer to the mid-20s. This is generally what we are expecting through the night tonight and into tomorrow morning because we will see that southerly southwesterly breeze continue to keep temperatures at bay, but also a little bit more cloud cover moves in tonight that will keep temperatures pretty stagnant as well. So the freezing mark to around 33 is where we're expected to be through the rest of this evening. By the time we get to Tuesday morning, 32 is where we start. Oops. Went a little bit too quick through that. 32 is where we start. We will have a southwesterly breeze, 10 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 30. So while it is mild and we're at freezing tomorrow morning, I think we still could feel like the mid-20s due to those winds. Otherwise, temperatures will go from 32 to the mid-30s by 9 and then the lower 40s at 11. Sunshine is expected through the morning. We will have increasing cloud cover through the rest of the day on Tuesday. Tuesday itself, 54. Average is 44, so we're about 10 degrees above where we usually are for this time of year. Winds could gust up to 30 miles an hour, particularly as we go into the afternoon. That's going to become more likely as we're watching a cold front approach, and that will cause cloud cover to increase and the small chance that that front will squeeze out an isolated rain shower between about 8 and 11 p.m. tomorrow evening. Here's how we could see winds generally be tomorrow. Gusts to around 15, 20 miles an hour in the morning and then 20 to 25, or I should say 25 to 30 on the high end for the afternoon and evening as that front approaches. I mentioned as the front moves in, maybe a few spotty showers. This is going to look a lot more wet than a 20% chance here on our first warn future radar, but we have a 20% on there because it is dry out there. We're expecting dry conditions. It would have to overcome some dry air in the atmosphere. And if it does, it would likely follow some light rain showers, sprinkles between about 8 and 11. So it looks a lot more widespread out there. However, we may see returns on radar, but a lot may not be hitting the ground. So keep that in mind. But that will then wrap up as we head into your Wednesday, or I should say your Tuesday night into Wednesday. As this week pans out, we see a series of several fronts move through. Tomorrow will be warm. We'll be in the 50s, but cold front comes through. That's the first cold front of the week. We then will be much cooler for your Wednesday, your Thursday, and then by Friday, here comes front number 2. Friday moves in. That causes temperatures to drop Friday, but the frigid cold Arctic air starts to sink in really once we get to the weekend. So keep in mind, cold conditions will return for the weekend. And honestly, we're basically falling once we go from tomorrow into Saturday. We will make a little bit of a rebound on Sunday, but nonetheless, it's still going to be cold. Here's what those temperatures will look like. 54 tomorrow, 43 Wednesday. 43 is around our normal for this time of year. We hang out around the lower 40s Thursday, but then the next front comes in. Friday, 30. So we're below the freezing mark now. Saturday, 24. And a little sneak peek, we will get up to 30 degrees by Sunday. All of this to say that majority of this is going to be well below our normal. This would be one of the first days that we see above normal this entire month so far. In fact, this month is the 7th coldest on record so far. So within the first 8 days. This is recorded from the airport. So the airport started being our location around 1972. So around 53 years that data is pulled from. If we look at the data from 1888, we're within the top 20. So this is still record cold start to this month. You know, our average is 44, but we started this month, you know, generally in the upper 40s, low 50s. It's dropping quickly, and we just haven't seen temperatures like that. One of the ones we're going to have is tomorrow afternoon. So we got to enjoy it while we have it, because it won't last forever, and we know that 50s now are few and far between for this time of year, especially as we start to go into the coldest months, which is, you know, December, January, February. Here's the 7-day. Your Tuesday, Wednesday, we've got a 20% chance for your Tuesday evening. But then the next chance for precipitation comes Thursday, Friday. This is a part of another system that is going to be just towards the north. It's going to bring more snow into portions of Iowa. This, at this point, looks to pretty much miss the entire area. Along the northern border, maybe a little chance for a little bit of some snow, but overall, this is not looking to be any way impactful for us. That trend is to the north. It's going to continue to generally be towards the north. If we see something that changes, of course, we're going to let you know. But right now, it's not looking like we are going to see much of anything from that system. But we will see the cold. I told you, that cold front. It's coming our way. 30 by Friday. We are going to spend 72 plus hours below the freezing mark when we think about Friday morning to Saturday to Sunday. It's not until Monday afternoon that we get above the freezing mark. So it is going to be a cold weekend, cold start to your weekend, but we will see a little bit of sunshine for your Saturday and Sunday. Sunday more particularly, we'll see more sun than Saturday. It's dry, but it's feeling like the teens if you are going to the Chiefs game. Luckily, it's a little bit earlier than this past Sunday's game, last night's game, so we will be outside. The Chiefs will be playing during peak, in quotes, warm hours. So 27 by kickoff, and then around 30 for halftime and the fourth quarter. We then go to next week. We bounce back up to 40, so there is a little bit of rebound on the backside of the system, but much of this week is going to be a downward spiral in terms of temperatures. So keep that in mind. While we may be able to put away that winter coat for a day tomorrow, it will need to come back out, especially as we get towards the weekend. So that's the latest details I've got for you for this Monday evening. I hope everybody enjoys a little bit of a warmer but breezy day tomorrow, and then starts to bundle up again once we get towards the weekend. That's the latest I've got for you. I hope you join us as soon as 10 on KCTV5.